Welcome back to my channel, and I get a lot of questions like, when is a specific crypto going to go up? When is it going to go to the moon? Are we out of the bear market? Is it going to fall more? These are questions I hear all the time. And I'm a big picture person. I cannot tell you when anything is going to go up or down exactly. And honestly, nobody can. Although there are people that I do listen to, like Tom Lee. I just put out a video about him a few minutes ago, and he is somebody you got to pay attention to. You got to follow him on Twitter, Tom Lee, not the drummer, Tom Lee. So he is saying that crypto and the stock market, it's over for the bear market. We're done. According to Tom Lee, the bear market is done in 6 months from now, so the end of 2022. The CPI, or Consumer Price Index, should be below 2%. So good news. Good news all around. Okay, what does that mean for us? If he's right, and Tom Lee usually is right, this will mean that we have to start thinking about what cryptos we want to get into and kind of start to make plans here. This could be a fake out. We could still go lower. But according to him, 6 months from now, things are going to be better. And he's even going out on a limb and saying that stock markets can break all-time highs. Yeah, you heard that right. Remember how high they were 9 months ago, 8 months ago? He thinks that they could break those, talking the stock market, break those highs by the end of the year. Now, crypto, if that's the case with the stock market, what can we assume with crypto and cryptocurrency? We can assume probably the same thing. New highs reached in certain areas. So we got to evaluate projects. We got to get into good projects, solid projects, things that will go up. That's how I see it anyway. You do what you want with your money. If you lose money, I don't want to hear any boo-hooing about it. This is a time to make plans, because if it's true that the bear market is over, then there will be opportunities to make some money in crypto or the stock market. So again, you buy low, try to sell higher, rinse and repeat. So that's why I'm saying getting into good projects is very important, because there are a ton of projects out, literally tons. I don't know, I'm hearing like there's 20,000 cryptocurrencies out there, and a lot of it is garbage. A lot of it's garbage. So how do you sift through the good and the bad and the ugly? And that's what we got to do now. What's good, what's bad, and what we should just flat out avoid, because everybody only has a certain amount of money to invest, and you got to choose right. You have to be right. And I don't know. I know I'm surprised sometimes some of the top tokens, they just, fizzle out, like what we saw with Celsius. And, it was like, what? And we even had, like, this here is Luna Classic, Terra Luna Classic. And what we saw with Terra Luna in May 2022, we saw that plummet. And Terra Luna Classic, now I'm into it and I like it. What's its future? Well, if everything goes up, I suspect this could go up too, just because the trend's your friend. Now, there could be some surprises. There could be, but I'm noticing that things like when kwon, one of the founders, or Terraform Labs gets hit pretty hard in the news with the investigations going on about them and around them, people tend to want to see justice. They want to see somebody getting blamed or even charged with something. And I think that's actually going to be a catalyst for Terra Luna Classic to go up. If they can name names and really point the finger and say, this is what went down and so is to blame, or this group's to blame, I think it's going to be good for us, because we want closure, we want justice, and I think it'll just be flat out good for Terra Luna Classic. Now, I don't know if anybody will be charged. I have no idea, but that's one catalyst I see coming for this. Also, there's a huge community behind it. And, well, we're trying to burn through a zero. We had, we're up to a 1 right here. And, oops, it's not showing on my chart. I have to pull that over. No, it won't work. So anyway, we were up higher. So we had, 0.0001 a little while ago. And I'm, confident that with all the good news in the market, in the stock market, with Tom Lee saying what he said this week, I don't know. I think confidence is coming back in. People are a little bit happy. even Bitcoin, well, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been on a good tear up for a few weeks now, and other things are following it. So now's the time to start thinking about other cryptos that you might want to buy into and hodl. That's what I'm doing. I'm like thinking, okay, now which ones do I want to get into? Because if we have hit the bottom, there could be another pullback, and I think that'd be a better time to get in, because there will be some profit taking. You understand that Bitcoin will go up a bit and then it'll pull back in because people will sell and then buy that dip and then do it all over again. So we're going to see some up and down, but we want to see overall uptrending to give confidence. So buy at a pullback, and depending what your strategy is and how much money you have invested, can you make money on just the slight weekly kind of fluctuations, or do you hodl for months and months? I'm more of a hodler. I'll hold on, to the bitter end. I was reading an article saying that basically said that it was two types of investors: the ones who lost a lot of money in crypto and the ones that did not during this market dump. And they were basically saying that lower income crypto investors were the ones who lost. Higher, the rich didn't. Why is that? Well, they're saying that the lower income crypto investors, a lot of them were newer, less experienced, and they sold out. So it was easy to sell out when you see the market crashing. Easy. I hodled. I even bought a little more. Not made of money, but I bought a little more. So that's my plan. But anyway, they were saying, but the rich seem to have either got out at the highs or didn't sell out at all. Because if you actually sold out during this market dump, well, your cryptos are gone, and you probably got in a lot higher, so you were not making any profit, so you lost money. So that's how they distinguish those two scenarios: the rich and the poor crypto investors. So something to think about. So if you were feeling bad for hodling, watching your crypto portfolio go down, well, there's some good news for you. Tom Lee says this bear market is over. So now let's just wait and see. And if you contrast that with the price of gas, we've noticed the price of gas going down. Grocery stores, I still find they're a bit slippery. They're still kind of up in prices. So at some point, we'll see things start to reverse more. Things will get a little bit cheaper again, start to feel back to normal. I don't think it will ever go back to normal exactly where we were before, but we'll start to feel less. Everything will be a little bit less expensive. And if Tom Lee is right, by the end of the year, consumer price index down to less than 2%. Something to look forward to. So again, like I was saying, time to think about the future. If you plan on investing into crypto, you got to be careful. Only invest the money you can afford to lose. I suggest getting a part-time job just to have a crypto money coming in to devote to crypto. That way, if you do lose, it's not like you lost money from your real job, your full-time job. And that's one way to look at it. There's other ways too to look at it too, to try to, mitigate any damages because nobody wants to get burned. Nobody does. And you definitely don't want to lose money that you cannot afford to lose. So yeah, so none of this is financial advice. Tom Lee is saying bear market is over. We won't know it until some time goes by, but it is at least some positive news. And when he talks, people listen on Wall Street, and then they tend to follow him, and they start to buy back into stocks. So if everybody starts buying back into stocks and crypto, guess what will happen? It will push the price up again. So we will see. Like I said, I look far. I don't care about the daily fluctuations too much. It has been a long 7-8 months for all of us in crypto. This is how I started my channel. I started at almost Christmas 2021, so seven months ago, and ever since the market's been downtrending. So it's been a tough sell. It's been a tough sell. People in crypto didn't want to hear too much about crypto because they were like feeling burned. But we may have hit our bottom. We may have, and well, I think good things can follow. I think good things will follow. We just give it time. Think about our purchases. Really do due diligence and dig into projects. Look at their white papers. If anyone is promising crazy returns, so the things that sound too good to be true are too good to be true. So just take that with a grain of salt. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and just positive news today in terms of the whole economic situation and the future, thanks to Tom Lee. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video if you want to look at that. I go really into detail. And other than that, let's just, hold on, keep watching Terra Luna Classic, see what happens, and hope we get some more green volume. The more people who know about Terra Luna Classic, the better. If you're in it, what I suggest, find your favorite videos and share them. Share them on social media so other people see Terra Luna Classic videos. And it starts to, get the ball moving, because we got to get our crypto trend up. We want to get another bull run going, and people have to know about crypto. So the more crypto videos, I'm not saying go out and make videos. We've already done it for you. Just share them. Share every day. Part of your crypto learning, investing, and keeping up to date on everything should be hitting that share button at least 10 times a day just to get crypto videos out there. I'm not competitive. If it's not mine, share somebody else's, because I'm into it for crypto. I love crypto, and I want the crypto market to go up, and the more people who know about it, the better. All right, for real this time, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.